Hi everyone. This is section 8-1, which is solving systems of linear equations by graphing, and this is example number 2. And so example number 2, it says Keisha and her friends visit the concession stand at a football game. The stand charges $2 for a sandwich and $1 for a lemonade. The friends buy a total of 8 items for $11. Tell how many sandwiches and how many lemonades they bought. Okay, so we are on systems of equations, so I know that I have to write an equation, 2 equations actually, with x and y. So I have to come up with it. Okay, they're talking about 2 things right here. They're talking about sandwiches, right? The first one is sandwiches, so sandwiches. I'm going to let that be x, and the other thing that they are talking about is lemonade, and I'm going to let that be y. Okay, now to come up with the equation, okay, the first part, it says $2 per sandwiches. So how much is each sandwich? $2. So to find the cost, I have to multiply the x times 2. So it's going to be 2x, and then the lemonade is just $1 each. So 1 times y, well, that's just going to be y plus y equals, and so now how much did they spend? They spent $11 because this is the cost. So that means it's going to be equal to 11. Then it says they bought a total of 8 items. So that means that if I just add the number of sandwiches and the number of lemonades, I'll get 8. So it's x plus y is equal to 8. Now, this system is actually easier to be solved by elimination because I can just subtract right here. Look, I can just subtract them. These stand out. Once I subtract them, 2x minus x is 1, y minus y is 0, 11 minus 8 is 3, so that means that x is equal to 3. I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there. X equals 3. So now I got to figure out y. Well, y equals, if I add x plus y equals to 8, well, 3 plus y gives you 8, 5, and I'm done. Unfortunately, they want us to solve it by graphing. So I'll go ahead and graph. Okay, so in order to do the graphing, this is in standard form. Okay, it's a little bit harder to find the standard form, the intercepts. So what I need to do is I need to get it in slope-intercept form. So I want to solve for y. I want to get the y alone. So what do? I subtract 2x from both sides. Subtract 2x. And so right here, I'm going to, remember, I'm subtracting, so I put a long line. Let me see and now here, well, 2x minus 2x is 0. And then I end up with just the y. Y equals, and I put, remember that usually we put the x term first, so I'm going to put negative 2x plus 11 because the 11 is positive. This one's the one that's negative. So now I know that my y-intercept is going to be 11, so it's going to start at 11, and the slope is negative 2, so then I go down 2 to the right 1, because I can write this as a fraction, negative 2 over 1. Let me just show you how I'm going to graph it right now. So I'm going to click in here. And so here I select my line, okay? And remember the y-intercept was at 11, right there. The slope was negative 2. So from here, I'm going to go down 2 over 1, 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 and that's not going to go all the way to down. So it's just, I'm just going to stop right there for now because I don't have another set to go down, so I'll just put it right there. Okay, so I finished my graphing for the first one. So save and close. And so now my other equation is right here. I'm going to go ahead and move it to right there. And I'm going to, tab doesn't work. So I'm going to put a space so that way I can just do it right there. So once again, this one is in slope-intercept form. It's not in slope-intercept form, is in standard form. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to solve for a y. I want to get the y alone. There's an x right there. So I subtract x from both sides. So minus x. I'm going to eliminate that so that it doesn't show, but I am subtracting, so I'm going to leave it underlined, okay? Minus x from both sides. And so now here the x's are going to cancel on this side, so I'm going to have the y alone. So y equals, and remember that in slope-intercept form we usually have the x first, so I'm going to have negative x first. The 8 is positive, so I'm going to put plus 8. So that means that the y-intercept is 8, and the slope, it doesn't have a number here, so that means it's negative 1. So I'm going to start at 8, go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, because the slope is negative 1. So now I'm going to graph it. And now I go to my lines. And once again, I start at 8, and then I go down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. Ooh, this is where they're going to intersect. They're going to intersect at 3, 5. So down 1 to the right 1, 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 down 1 to the right 1. So it's going to get right there. So it's kind of, you know, my graphing is not the best, but once again, it was 3 and 5. Okay, that's the solution. And notice I already had 3 and 5. So the solution, wait, I'm going to put right here. The solution is usually an order pair 3, 5, which means that there are 3 x represented sandwiches, 3 sandwiches, and 5 lemonades. Okay, thank you so much.